For section 10.2, what we have primarily is an enjoinder to practice, because a lot of the concepts here are going to be the same kinds of things that we talked about before. Arguments, for example, are exactly as they were in SD. So we move from premises to conclusion by way of inferential steps. Each of those steps are numbered. They have justifications that we're going to list out to the right, just like we did before. The only difference is that we have the additional pair of elimination and introduction rules for the universal and the existential quantifiers. The theorems in PD, similarly, we already saw this last time. The example that you see below is the same one that we used last time. That's a theorem in PD, and it's a theorem because we're able to derive the final step without using any assumptions. So we begin with the empty set, and we're able, by way of subderivations, to introduce hypotheses and show something. And in the end, we have a theorem in PD. So this is exactly like it was in SD, again, merely with the addition of those 4 introduction and elimination rules that we covered last time. So you're also going to be asked to look at inconsistency and consistency in PD. This is done exactly in the same way as it was for SD, so that we can show, if we can show both Q and not Q, then clearly the set gamma of premises is inconsistent. So there's some kind of internal inconsistency if that set gamma implies both Q and not Q. This is exactly as it was in SD. So I would encourage you, if that's confusing at all, to go look at that section and make sure that you're comfortable doing it in SD. And then if you are, then adding the quantifiers should be a relatively straightforward manner, and then just getting used to exactly how the derivations work with those quantifiers. That's the primary thing. And so finally, the last note here is, as advertised, just an enjoinder to practice. There's no substitute for going through the examples here. And this is one of those cases where we've built up the conceptual hardware that we need to do the derivations, and we have the different rules that we're going to use for introduction and elimination. And so now it's just a matter of actually applying it and practicing. And so the real emphasis here is going to be on the homework. So I'm going to keep this portion of the conceptual lecture short so that you have time to go through the examples and do the homework and get used to working in PD.